Welcome to the Talk podcast with ideas strategist Linda Reed-Enever. Talk is where we chat about ideas and inspiration you can use to market your business. Get ready for practical tips you can implement today with your host, Linda Reed-Enever.
Hi everyone, Linda Reed-Enever, and welcome back to the Talk podcast. Today we're going to explore a topic that I know is a bit of a buzzword out there at the moment, but it is also really important when it comes to our marketing, and that is personalized marketing, personalized marketing strategies. Customers today crave a connection and relevance in the communications they get from us as business owners, and personalization gives us the chance to cut through the noise and build trust and connect with them, doing that know, like, and trust factor. Some of you may already be doing this, but if you're not and you're ready to move beyond that generic messaging and start crafting experiences that particularly speak to that audience that is most likely to convert, then you're in the right place. Okay, when it comes to marketing, we always start with the why. So why is personalized marketing so important? It's not just a trendy term. It's foundational to building a loyal customer base. And studies have showed that 80% of customers are more likely to purchase when brand offers personalized experiences because the personalization makes the person feel valued, understood, and it's a two-way relationship rather than just a transaction. When customers feel like a brand gets them, they're more likely to engage, they're more likely to trust, and they're more likely to become repeat and loyal customers and buy again and again. And in a hyper-competitive landscape that we have out there, because the internet has allowed us all to be able to put businesses together, we want to make sure that once we've won a customer, they are a repeat and loyal buyer. And they make all the difference when it comes to knowing whether a product launch is going to be successful or not. So we definitely want to be personalizing that experience. So now we've covered the why, let's talk about the tactics we can use when it comes to including personalization with our marketing. The first one, and the one that I love to do, is audience segmentation. It's one that I really love to do. It's effective. You're able to generate leads this way, and you group people together based on the things that they have in common. This could be demographics, it could be interests, it could be purchase history, it could be the pain points, it could be the time of life that they're in. And by segmenting that data, you avoid the blanket messaging. Instead, the content that you deliver to that group feels more relevant and more tailored to them. And that's where things like quizzes, when we're running our lead generation or our different types of lead magnets we create, come in. It allows us to be able to segment our data and start to communicate to people in a way that is relevant to them, in why their pain point came in or where their purchase point came in, if we're upselling products and services from there. Now, the thing about marketing is, we'd love to say it's all just magic, but data-driven content isn't just about numbers. It's the story of our audience. So we want to analyze our data from tools like Google Analytics, from our social media insights, quizzes that we might have done, and see what's resonating with our audience. What content is performing best? Because if we use what content is performing best and we create more of it, we have a better chance of creating a stronger connection with our audience and also driving new customers while keeping our people engaged. And these insights empower us to create content that speaks directly to their interests, because once we know what works and what has been popular, we can then use tools like AI to ask Chat or Claude or Gemini or any of them out there to go and create some more content ideas or continue the content journey for this particular type of customer base. The next one is dynamic email campaigns. Now, emails is one of the two things that we own on the internet, and it's one of the most effective tools and channels we can use when it comes to personalization. So imagine you're an online store. The customer browses, but they don't buy. Later, they get the abandoned cart sequence reminding you about something they've looked at, possibly even offering a discount. This is dynamic behavior-based personalization. You're not just sending a random message, you're re-engaging someone based on their own actions and creating a sense of timing. The other email campaigns that you might do is someone's made a purchase and you're running through product suggestions. And that leads us into our next one, which is customized product recommendations. For e-commerce businesses, personalized product recommendations or service recommendations are essential, but especially if we're selling physical product and we're relying on sales consistently. This tactic makes customers feel like you know their tastes, their preferences, and their needs. It taps into the thing about FOMO, and all you've got to do is have a think about how platforms like Amazon suggest products based on your history. It's effective because it feels relevant, it works, and you can do the same on your website through emails, through social media, through retargeting ads, by making suggestions that match their past purchases or viewed items. It makes the customer feel like you know them, and it keeps them on your site too if you're recommending new products and services, and we know the search engines love those. Then we've got personalized landing pages. So you might have one product or service that speaks to many, many audiences. And you can run an ad campaign, or you might run an email campaign that you want to send them to a targeted landing page for that particular audience. Now, it doesn't mean that the content of what you're going to deliver is different, but it will talk to business owners, for example, or it might talk to nurses, for example. And rather than sending them to a generic page, you create a landing page that speaks specifically to the challenges of that audience. You're showing you understand their needs, which builds a stronger connection, which hopefully transfers to trust and a purchase. Okay, we've looked at tactics, we've looked at why. Now look about the importance of authenticity in personalization. Now, you know me, I'm not a big one that, runs out through this authentic, as I like to call it, buzzword. But personalization is powerful, but it only does work when it's done authentically. That means that, you need to be sincere in what you're doing. Customers are very, very savvy. They will pick up so quickly on insincere tactics. If your personalized approach feels forced, disingenuous, it can actually backfire. And I've seen campaigns where it does. We've got to think of personalization as an opportunity to enhance the customer experience genuinely. We don't need to think about sales. We've got to think about how we're going to enhance the experience. And of course, the other thing while we're going through this personalization and data collection is we have to be transparent about data collection. Let them know why you're gathering certain information and how it helps them receive a better experience. And most customers will participate. When customers can see that personalization adds value and it isn't just a sales tactic, they are more likely to engage and trust with your brand. So that means including some personal elements in your campaign that maybe aren't sales related, that are just to help them use their product or understand their daily life, and you create that connection. Now that we've discussed what personalized marketing can look like, where do you actually start? I get it. It can be confusing. And, Linda pops in for a podcast and she tells you where you can start. And I know this is stuff that we talk about with our marketing circle members quite regularly. So I don't want to overwhelm you. So here's a quick little roadmap. First of all, identify your audience segments, whether that's based on age, location, interest, or customer journey stage. Pick 3 or 4 to start with. Don't make it too hard. Then use that information to create meaningful, targeted content for each group. This can be blog posts, it can be social media content, it can be email sequences, all tailored to their interests. And we start small. We implement 1 or 2 personalized tactics at a time, such as dynamic emails or segmented social media campaigns, and we build from there. And then finally, we've got to monitor the results because we're bringing in something new to our marketing. We want to monitor it and understand that personalization is an ongoing process. So we'll test different strategies, we'll get some feedback, and we'll adjust on what's resonating because this is personalized marketing. And while we can set it up to be evergreen, it still needs that check that all evergreen marketing is to make sure that we are working with our customers in the right direction. An important part of personalized marketing is crafting a customer journey that feels tailored from start to finish. This means not only drawing customers in with personalized content, but also following through. So for example, if your customer makes a purchase, your follow-up email could include tips on how to use a product or additional recommendations to complement their purchase. I love it when a store sends me a personalized recommendation of how I should use their product, normally when they know it's shipped or it's arrived. And it's just that great little feeling. Imagine how your customers would feel if they get that experience along the way. It's part of what we do with the marketing planner too. We put the marketing planner out there, and yes, people could learn how to use it themselves, but we include tutorials, we include different tips and tricks along the way to make sure that our customers who are purchasing the marketing planner feel engaged with that strategy. Personalized journeys are key when it comes to retention. They open up opportunities for upselling and cross-selling in a way that feels organic rather than pushy and scammy and salesy. So to wrap up today's episode, remember that personalized marketing is all about creating a customer experience that feels unique and relevant. Your customers feel understood, they feel valued, and personalized marketing allows you to build those genuine connections with your clients and your customers for ongoing relationships. So take a little bit of time today, learn about your audience, pick some data that's going to help you guide your strategy, and always keep it authentic in your approach. Keep it organic in the approach. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of the Talk Podcast. I'm Linda Reed-Enever. I'm an ideas and marketing strategist, and I help you create impact in your business. Until next time, stay curious, keep experimenting, and remember your customers are at the heart of everything that you do. So make them feel like it with personalized marketing.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Talk with Linda Reed-Enever. Make sure you subscribe via your favorite podcast app so you don't miss the next great episode. You can find more ideas and inspiration at enevergroup.com.au.